What's up, guys? Today I'll be making a tutorial on how to download a Tekkit server, which is not for Hamachi but for other people to connect to you over the internet. So, to begin, you want to make sure our ports are forwarded before you even start. So to make sure our ports are forwarded, we have to go to the router page. To get to the router page, you can either type router in your URL, sometimes works, or usually it's 192.168.1.1, depends on your router. But once you get to this router page, you want to find something that says firewall. Now, this firewall is what's blocking the ports from that allows people to connect to you. So under firewall, you want to find either virtual servers or some routers, depending on the company, might have port forwarding. Once you go here, you type in your router password, and you'll get an interface that has many things you can input. So, I already predefined one, but let's erase this and start over. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that the one at the number you want to choose is enabled. So when it's enabled, you want to type the description. It doesn't matter, you can type Tekkit, it doesn't affect anything. After that, you want to put the inbound port. Now, Minecraft uses the port 25565 to connect to servers, so in here you have to type 25565. Now, if the type or protocol is TCP, you want to leave that alone because Minecraft uses the TCP protocol to connect to the servers. Now, your private IP address is a part which you need to find on your own. This is different for every computer, it might not be the same, but to find your private IP address, you want to open a Windows Explorer window, go to Network and Sharing Center. Now, I'm using Windows 8. A lot of you might not have Windows 8, so I'll show an alternative way to get to this. Alright, once you're on Network and Sharing Center, you want to go to Change Adapter Settings. Right click the type of interface for network you're using. In my case, it's Ethernet. You other guys might have Wi-Fi or something else. But if you know which one it is, you want to right click it, hit Status, and it'll take a while to open sometimes. But once it opens, you want to hit Details. Under Details, you'll see IP4 address. This is the address you want to make sure that is inputted under the private IP address field. So, put 22, and the private port will be the same, 25565. After that, you want to make sure you hit Apply Changes to make sure that all changes have been applied and your ports are forwarded. Okay. After this, we want to make sure that we have Java installed. If you've played Minecraft before in a server that you're hosting on or a desktop, then you probably don't need to reinstall Java. But if you're running on a desktop that doesn't have Java, say your own server, you want to install Java first. So here you can see that there's two versions of Java you can install, 32-bit and 64-bit. To determine which one you need, you want to go to your computer here and click on your local disk, which should be C. Now, if you see two program files, that means your computer is 64-bit, and then you can now 64-bit Java. Also, I forgot to show you another way to get to the network settings. Okay, so go to Control Panel, you're going to click Category, Large Icons, then go to Network and Sharing Center. And basically it's the same thing. Alright, now that that's over and you've installed your correct Java version, we can go to Setting up Tekkit. Okay, you want to go to the Tekkit website, and I'll put all these links in the description. So once you're here, on the right side you'll see Git Tekkit. Under Git Tekkit you can see download the Tekkit server. Now once it's done downloading, you can use, I have 7-zip. You can use this to extract the archive. I already have extracted. delete that. You can extract it, and make sure you extract it. The server will not run unless you extract the files. So after this is done, we want to create the default Tekkit server files from launch.bat. This might take a while depending on your computer speed, but after this is done, you want to change servers.properties file. So once this is finished, you see done, type help or something like that. You know that's done. After that, click server.properties. Now, these are all the settings for the server which you can edit. You can see here that you can change the port, max players, message of the day. Alright, so what we're going to change is allow flight to true. This is because certain elements in Tekkit use flying, and if you have allow flight to false, it'll just kick the player who tries to use it. Now, if you want to edit your message of the day, say Tekkit server, you can do that. And if you want to edit the max players, say 500, you can do that as well. Now, make sure you save the file, close the server, and then launch the server again. Alright, now we can go and test if it works correctly. Now, launch your Tekkit. And we can delete these because we won't be doing this again. And add server. Under add server, you want to type localhost just to verify that your server is actually running. And if you change the port, you type colon whatever the port you chose was. So after you do that, hit done, and your server should appear running. You can join it. And yeah, it's running. Now, to verify that our port forwarding has worked, we want to get our external IP address. To get our external IP address, go to a website that gets your IP address, such as ipchicken.com. And you see here the IP address is listed. Copy it, then add server, put the server here, and hit done. Now, if you port forward it correctly, you should see your server appear here under the external IP address you put. And you can see that the players are edited and the message of the day. There you go. It works. That will be it. So, thanks for watching. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe.